Donnie Schatz is the leader of the race. Jason Sides running second. Craig Kinzer third. Jason Myers fourth. Garen Pittman started 10th, and he is up to 5th, so he's doing a good job. Steve Kinzer is just behind them, running 6th. He started 14th, so guys running 5th and 6th right now. Maybe the guys to watch, Pittman and Steve Kinzer, Brad, as we go back to green for the final 11 laps.
One thing about the guys starting in the back, they have an advantage. They can move all over the racetrack. They have nothing to lose. The guys up front, like Schatz, sometimes you can get stuck in a groove and not know what's happening behind you. Guys will sneak up on you.
Craig Kinzer steals second away from Jason Sides, and Myers takes third from Sides. So Sides shuffled back to the 4th position.
Got to wonder about his tire choice, if the tires cooled off or what happened there. He had a really good run before this caution flag came out. Boy, he really backed up when they went back to green.
Myers moving the wing back on that number 14 car, Brad. What does that do when you move the wing back?
Puts more the aerodynamics over this top wing. It puts more transfer to the rear tires. And as you said, you can see it back. You can physically see it backing up. The drivers have a valve inside the car. They can pull a lever and move that wing back, and it makes a tremendous difference on how much forward bite you get.
Myers really ripping the lip up there in turns 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. He flies after Craig Kinzer, trying the bottom down it.
Bobby, some people might say, well, why don't you just pull it back and have it back all the way if you need all that? Because if you get it back too far, the car wants to wheelie or wants to push, meaning the front end wants to drive toward the wall. So it's a fine line of getting it back to where you have a good drive, but not getting too much drive where you're pushing the front end.
The Can-Am shows you that Donnie Schatz is in front now by 1.3 seconds. A battle for 5th. Brooke Tatnall and Steve Kinzer going out. It's actually a battle for 6th. Sides is running 5th in the 7 car. Tatnall trying to get up there in that mix, and now Steve Kinzer way down low going after Jason Sides. And
it looks to me like Steve Kinzer's car, I don't know if he's getting faster, other cars are starting to just to slow, but boy, that car's working pretty much there. He lost a little ground there. We've seen other cars do that, Bobby, in turns 1 and 2. If they get stuck in the middle, they're loose coming up off that corner.
Sides continuing to hold down the position. He's 5th, Steve Kinzer 6th. Brooke Tatnall, last night's winner, running right behind him in 7th. Donnie Schatz out in front by 1.6 seconds. Here's the laps tick away. We're down to 3 laps to go here in the Vault World Finals as Schatz goes after win number 18 on the year in this series.
And his Tony Stewart teammate, Craig Kinzer, running in second. They ran 1-2 earlier this year, or just a month or so ago.
That'd be a great way to carry some momentum there, huh? Boy, you ride with him right on the cushion now as he comes up into traffic. Donnie Schatz.
Of course, we know he's locked in, staying with Tony Stewart. You heard Tony Bachhoven say that Craig Kinzer admitted he's back, or says he's back, and 1 lap to go here. White flag is out.
White flag is out. It appears that Donnie Schatz is looking good. He has a big lead over Craig Kinzer down the back straightaway. Doesn't really need to force the issue with the lap cars. Puts it right up there on the cushion, and Donnie Schatz, your champion, will win the Vault World Finals. Craig Kinzer finishes second. It's a 1-2 sweep for Tony Stewart Racing. Jason Myers comes home 3rd. Darren Pittman from 10th to 4th. Jason Sides 5th. Steve Kinzer from 14th to 6th. Then Tatnall, McCarl, Cody Dara, and Ed Lynch Jr. A good run for a couple of the Pennsylvania guys there to sneak into the top 10. What can you say about Donnie Schatz that we haven't said all night long?
Or all year long, actually.
Yeah, really, huh?
This guy seemed like the TV cameras were always talking about Donnie Schatz, and rightfully so. 3rd consecutive championship. See him pulling through the pit gate on the back straightaway. Now he's got to make weight at the scales. If he passes that, he'll be the winner tonight.
He's won 4 of the last 7 races contested in the Advanced Auto Parts World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series powered by Q. And pending clearing the scales, it will be his 88th career World of Outlaws feature event win already. He's only 30 years old. Unbelievable. Donnie Schatz clears the scales. He's going to be your winner. We'll take the break, and when we come back, we hope to hear from him as we put a wrap on this night here at the Vault World Finals from the dirt track at Lowe's Motor Speedway. Stay tuned.
The World of Outlaws on Speed are brought to you by Vault. Drinks like a soda, kicks like an energy drink. And by Crane Cams, engineered to win. And by Advanced Auto Parts. Keep the wheels turning. Well, how many times have we seen this scene this year? Donnie Schatz pulling off the helmet. 18th time this year he's won in World of Outlaws competition. There's the wave to the crowd. That was just a couple of moments ago. Now let's go to Tony Bachhoven with the winner.
Well, 18 times you've been to victory lane. You're a 3-time Advanced Auto Parts World of Outlaw champion. Congratulations, Donnie Schatz.
This is great. This is definitely how we want to win the year, or end the year, I guess. You know, we come in here the other night a little bit nervous. Obviously, we weren't real focused on the championship, just trying to win here this weekend, and we couldn't get the motors going, and my guys did so much change into this thing, and we learned so much in the last 2 days that the last 2 nights we've just been able to fine-tune this race car, and it's back to the old race car that I had, so it's one awesome piece to drive.
Tell us briefly about your season. You have been so dominant all summer long.
Well, we didn't really start off the way we wanted, but you know, we got our pace going. Once we get going, it just seems like we keep it going, and then these guys, this whole Armor crew, they're what does this. I mean, I'm probably the luckiest guy on earth to sit in that seat and drive that thing, because I think there's a lot of guys that could probably do a little better, but they're not here. So we're just glad to be in this position.
Congratulations. When you wake up in the morning, you're a 3-time champion.
Well, that's an awesome feeling. I mean, I want to thank everybody for coming out. This event's always been pretty awesome. I'm just glad to be the guy standing at the top of the podium at the end of the night.
Donnie Schatz is a lucky man here in Victory Lane.
All right, congratulations to the 3-time champion. The series finale is over. The fans begin to make their way out of the parking lot. Time for the Rite Aid recap of the action that we saw here tonight in our 2 main events. We'll start with the late models. They went 50 laps tonight. Davey Johnson was on the pole, but dropped back quickly and then dropped back a whole lot. He had a little help in that regard as Dale McDowell came up to take the lead, and there goes Johnson around and around and around. McDowell led a whole bunch of laps, but then faded at the end. On the bottom, Earl Pearson Jr. and Josh Richards around the outside to take the lead, and then held off Pearson in a 3-lap shootout at the end. He won the first race of the season, and he wins the last one. Congratulations, Josh Richards, on a great conclusion for Kid Rocket's season. On to the sprint cars. 5th pole of the year for Donnie Schatz. He jumps out front early, and then we saw the early departure of a couple of the big names in this event. What a bad year it's been for the Casey Kane car driven by Joey Salvano. Broken drive shaft for him. Likewise for Jack Haudenschild. Drivetrain gone, and he is out of there. Watch this move by Schatz in traffic. Threads the needle with the lap cars. When you're good, you're good. When you're hot, you're hot. Big problem. Rob Chaney flips. Kerry Madsen hits him, takes the wing off the car. The good news is nobody hurt. That's Chaney climbing out after winning a heat race earlier tonight. Here it is. 88th victory of his career. 18th of the season for the 3-time champion Schatz. What a marvelous performance, and what a great way to wrap up a great year. Your Advance Auto Parts official results for this evening show Schatz with the victory with relative ease over Craig Kinsey. Led every lap. Jason Myers, Darren Pittman, and Jason Sides rounding out your top 5. We'll take you on back and show you how your heroes did as we show you the entire rundown on this, the final race of the long 64A main event season. Pennsylvania posse well represented here this evening, and congratulations to those guys. Lasowski, Haudenschild, Smith, and Saldana among the retirees. Let's go to Sarah Jane, talk to the guy who came home second tonight.
That's right, a great night for Tony Stewart Racing as Craig Kinzer brings it home second. Craig, did you have anything for your teammate here tonight?
You know, it took me so long to get around Jason's sides there. You know, I might have had a restart, gotten traffic a little bit harder, but it's, you know, it's not the way it happened tonight. The Bass Pro Chevrolet ended up second, but you know, we'll take it to our TSR teammate. All in all, a great night for both crews.
A great night for sure for Craig. He's really come on strong here at the end of the season, and he said before he hopes to carry it on to 2009. Dave?
Let's assume that perhaps Tony Stewart is watching down in Texas tonight as he prepares for the Cup race tomorrow. Your boy's done well tonight, Smoke. World of Outlaws will be back on speed next week. We've got a whole another show of sprints and late models for you. That was the show from last night that will air on Saturday, November 8th, next Saturday night, 9 o'clock Eastern time. So be sure and check that out. It all started back in February at the Volusia County Speedway. Back and forth across the country they have roared. 64 main events, 50,000 miles, and they wrap it up here this evening. Our congratulations go to the winners and the champions. And most of all, our appreciation to all you fans who are there every week, sitting in the grandstand, watching the show, or watching it here on Speed. On those occasions when we cover this fascinating form of racing, the dirt track stars of America doing their all in the world of outlaws. Trading Paint coming up next from Texas as the spotlight shifts back to the world of stock car racing. I'll see you tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Eastern time on Wind Tunnel. On behalf of our entire team, Dave Despain saying so long, everybody.